The devil is in the details. For one, there's no national test standard. A recent study of 26 states found proficiency tests, which measure student skills, vary greatly across the country. Colorado, Wisconsin, and Michigan are among states with the lowest standards, while South Carolina, California, and Massachusetts have some of the highest.
I think I would give it a D+.
Michael Petrilli studies education policy with the Fordham Institute.
It's put pressure on states to lower their standards, to keep them low.
Another criticism. Eventually, unless every student, including those with special needs, meets federal target test scores, a school can be labeled a failure, even if students are making lots of progress. Still, others say No Child Left Behind has had some success raising test scores.
It holds schools accountable, and we all know that's good.
What's that as a decimal? Who can read that?
No Child Left Behind is up for renewal. Secretary of Education Margaret Spelling says it needs more time and some tweaking to work.
Some changes might include giving our educators credit for the progress they make along the way.
What's certain is that No Child Left Behind will change. And what's at stake is the education of about 50 million students in America's public schools. Rahima Ellis, NBC News, New York.
As for retirement, forget about it. 7-time Tour de France champion Lance Armstrong announced today he's coming out of a 3-year-long retirement to race again. Armstrong, who turns 37 next week, said he wants to raise global awareness about the battle against cancer. 12 years ago, he himself survived a bout with cancer. We'll go out with a bang tonight when Nightly News continues in a moment.
Back to school. Here we go again. In addition to my job, I'm back to being a drill sergeant, a chauffeur, a personal shopper,
Back to school stress can weaken your body's defenses. So drink Dan Active. Only Dan Active has L-KCI Immunitas cultures and is clinically proven to help strengthen your body's defenses.
So I can do the job I like best, be a mom.
Get ready for back to school now.
Burning, itching. I should have used Preparation H.
And for extra relief, use Preparation H medicated wipes first. Unlike most ordinary wipes that relieve while you clean, then use maximum strength cream. Preparation H, the relief expert.
If you think all batteries are the same, consider this. When even the firefighters have to get out, they depend on the TPAS-3 communicator. And packed inside every TPAS is the only battery they trust. Duracell. Trusted everywhere.
I learned a lot when I found out I had high cholesterol, but I didn't know that it may have led to my erectile dysfunction. That's why my doctor told me about Levitra.
Certain medical conditions, including high blood pressure, diabetes, and high cholesterol, can decrease blood flow, which may lead to ED.
That was news to me. My doctor told me Levitra could help.
Levitra works by increasing blood flow to help treat ED.
Levitra works for me. Maybe it can work for you.
Ask your doctor if you are healthy enough for sexual activity. If you have heart problems, are on alpha blocker therapy, or have uncontrolled high blood pressure, talk to your doctor before taking Levitra. Do not take Levitra if you take nitrates for chest pains, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, and stuffy or runny nose. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help if you experience an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss of vision or hearing, stop taking Levitra and call your doctor right away. Ask your doctor if Levitra is right for you.
Take away the celebrity, the thrilling words. What's left? Old ideas masquerading as change. Obama and his liberal allies promise higher taxes on your income, life savings, your electric bill. They oppose offshore drilling. It's not change. It's more of the same. Obama and his liberal allies, not ready to lead.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
News 25 at 6, a fall favorite may be hard to come by. Why farmers are waiting on their apple crops. Plus, being thrifty may not always pay off. We'll have some tips on how senior citizens can save without putting their health at risk. And a city official's son making a name for himself in an arena you might not suspect. Tonight at 6.
Our final story here is a light subject having to do with what makes up the universe. Scientists who believe it all started with the so-called Big Bang are creating a smaller or junior bang tomorrow in Switzerland to see what they can learn. The only problem thus far seems to be the professor who tried to stop this, fearing they're going to destroy the Earth. It's an assignment that only could go to our own Keith Miller.
This is not rocket science. It's much more complicated than that. The Large Hadron Collider is the most powerful atom smasher ever built. And when scientists switch it on tomorrow, we could discover a world of cosmic rays, dark matter, and black holes right here on Earth. To do that, scientists have built a 17-mile tunnel 300 feet below Switzerland, where protons will collide at near the speed of light. The objective is out of this world, to simulate the Big Bang, or the birth of our universe.
We expect to learn the most basic structure of matter from which the universe is built. It's the building blocks. This is very fundamental science.
Catastrophic, claims Professor Otto Rosler, who went to court to stop the experiment, warning the Earth could be eaten inside out.
How many months or years it takes to eat the whole Earth cannot be predicted at the moment. It probably depends on what types of quarks the little black hole came to eat first.
Nonsense, say the scientists.
Are you messing with Mother Nature?
Absolutely not. We're trying to see Mother Nature. We're trying to measure Mother Nature.
That hasn't stopped the skeptics. Some scientists have received death threats. Outside safety experts were called in and they give the project a green light. The experiment is powered by these giant magnets, and the director of the program says if something were to go wrong, he could shut the entire system down in less than a second. But it will take years to gather the data, and perhaps decades to find an answer to man's oldest question. Where do we come from? Keith Miller, NBC News, Geneva.
Hope to know what they're doing. That's our broadcast for this Tuesday night. Thank you for being with us. I'm Brian Williams. We hope to see you back here tomorrow night. Good night.
The Clinton, Illinois woman convicted of complicity in the deaths of her 3 children, out of prison after 5 years. But first on News 25, a symbol of racial hatred halts demolition at ISU.
Good evening. Demolition of 2 old residence halls at Illinois State University has come to a halt.
The university investigating a noose found hanging at the Walker-Dunbarton buildings. ISU President Al Bowman calls the incident troubling and unacceptable. News 25's Sarita Baker's live in the newsroom with more. Sarita?
Mac, the university spokesman says workers demolishing the building found the noose hanging from Barton Hall yesterday afternoon. Now, a representative from the Labor's Local 362 who had employees working at the residence halls says the noose was discovered by a black union member. Leading ISU officials